Hello children, Sai Ram. Welcome back to Social Studies class. Children, let us continue with the same chapter, that is chapter number 4, climate. So this is revision part 2. In our today's session, we shall learn more about factors affecting climate, that is latitude. Okay, and there are 3 different zones on the earth, that is the torrid zone, the temperate zone and the frigid zone. So we will be learning this today. But before that, let us have a quick recall about what we studied in our previous class. We studied about weather and climate. Let us see what is a weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time, whereas the climate is the common average weather conditions at a particular place over a long period of time. Children, let us see what are the factors affecting climate. So in our today's class, we will see latitude. What is latitude? If you take a look at a map or a globe, you may notice lines running. See children? Lines running. Some are horizontal and some are vertical lines. Okay? On the map or on a globe, you see these kind of lines. Okay, so the vertical lines which we see on the globe or a map are called as longitudes. Okay, whereas the horizontal lines, these lines are called as latitudes. Okay, what is it called as, children? Yes, it is called as latitude. So, the lines running from east to west are known as lines of latitude, and the lines running north to south are called as lines of longitude. And everything that is above the equator, everything in north of the equator is called as, that means this part, this portion, what is it called as? Yes, it is called as northern hemisphere. What is it called as, children? It is called as northern hemisphere. Okay, everything above the equator in the north is called as northern hemisphere, whereas everything below the equator, that is this portion towards the south, okay, everything below the equator in the south is called as, what is it called as, children? Yes, it is called as southern hemisphere. Is it clear? Now let's see 5 major parallels of latitude. Okay, so here is the image. 5 major parallels of latitude from north to south. Let us see one by one. This is Arctic Circle. Okay, then comes Tropic of Cancer. Here is the equator. Then Tropic of Capricorn, and then Antarctic Circle. Okay, so this is the equator. Okay, this is the equator. Above the equator, that is in the northern hemisphere, we have Tropic of Cancer and then Arctic Circle, and below the equator, that is towards the south, we have Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Let's see the 3 climatic zones on the earth. As we all know that the earth receives light from the sun. The earth gets heated by the rays of the sun falling on it. Look at the diagram, children. It shows the same amount of rays from the sun falling at different parts of the earth's surface. As you can see, the rays are direct or vertical at the equator over here. The rays are direct or vertical at the equator, whereas it is slanting rays over here. Isn't it? That means the slanting rays have to hit up a larger area of the earth's surface as compared to the direct rays that fall on the equator. Isn't it, children? Yes. Hence, places near the equator get heated more than the places near the poles. Okay, that means these areas get heated more compared to these areas. Okay, hence places near the equator get heated more than the places near the poles. Also, the sun's rays have to travel a greater distance through the air at the poles. Okay, through the air at the poles than at the equator. Due to this, different parts of the earth therefore receive different amount of heat from the sun. Depending on the amount of heat received, there are 3 climatic zones on the earth. Let us see. There are 3 climatic zones on the earth. Let us see one by one. First one here we have is Torrid zone. The next here we have is temperate zone. It is also called as north temperate zone, and this is also called as south temperate zone. Okay, and the third one is frigid zone. This is called as north frigid zone, and this is called as south frigid zone. Okay, so the zones which are in the north is called as north zones, that is north temperate zone or north frigid zone, whereas the zones which are in the south are called as south temperate zone or south frigid zone. Let us see in detail one by one. Torrid zone. Torrid zone is also called as tropical zone. Okay, torrid zone represents the largest zone on the earth. It covers around 40% of the earth. The torrid zone lies between Tropic of Cancer in the north and Tropic of Capricorn in the south. Let us see the diagram. See children, the torrid zone lies between Tropic of Cancer in the north and Tropic of Capricorn in the south. The word torrid means extremely hot. As it lies near the equator, this zone receives maximum heat. Okay, it is hot throughout the year. Children, do you know which countries lie in this zone? Let us see. See children, this is torrid zone. Countries such as Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, etc. are located in torrid zone. Children, do you know one more country is located in this region, in this zone? And about that country we had studied in detail. Do you remember children which country is it? Yes? Absolutely correct. Very good. It's DRC, the land of dense forest. It is located over here. Isn't it? Okay. And can you see our country India? Yes, our country India is located over here. See children, the south part of India comes in this zone. Okay? The southern part of India is located in torrid zone. Okay? So children, do you remember the conversation between Gauri and Sumit? Yes. Sumit lives in this region. As this region lies in torrid zone, the temperature is very high. Okay? Now let's switch to the next zone, that is temperate zone. The area that lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere are called as temperate zone. Let's see in the diagram. The area that lie between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere are called as temperate zones. Okay, this region has a mild temperature, that is neither too hot nor very cold. Children, do you know which countries lie in this region? The countries such as United States of America, countries of Europe, northern part of India, Canada, Japan, New Zealand, etc. lies in this zone over here. Let's see the frigid zone. The areas between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere is called as frigid zone. Let's see in the diagram. Okay, the area between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole and the area between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Okay, this is called as frigid zone. This region receives very little heat from the sun. Therefore, it is the coldest place on the earth. They are very cold and large parts are covered with snow throughout the year. Therefore, this region is called as frigid zone. On the map or on the globe, we can see this part is frigid zone. Okay. Some countries have land in frigid zone. That is the United States, Canada, Russia, Sweden, Finland, Norway have land in this zone. See children, we studied in detail about Greenland. Do you remember? Yes. See, this part of Greenland lies in frigid zone, whereas the south part lies in temperate zone. Do you remember children? Okay. That's it with our today's class. In our next class, we shall know more about the other factors that affect the climate, that is height from the sea level, distance from the sea, wind and humidity. Okay. Till then, do take care of yourself. Goodbye.